Hello, friends. It's Suzanne Kohlberg. Welcome to the Nope Coach podcast, episode 46. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, 46 episodes. That's been like nearly 8 weeks now. I am astounded that something I started one afternoon has grown, evolved into this. I am really enjoying all the feedback, the emails, the messages, and most of all, I really appreciate the comments and shares on social media and YouTube. So if you're listening to this, if I am joining you on a walk or a drive or something, I really would love it if you can come across to my YouTube. If you just search up Suzanne Kohlberg YouTube, you'll find my channel. Find this episode or any others that you've listened to and just drop a comment there. I appreciate that so much. It really helps the algorithm and for more people to find me and for my message to get out further. So today, episode 46 is going to be a good one. I'd like you if ... How many of you have had a moment where somebody has said to you, I'd like you if insert thing here? And what's your response been? Growing up, I struggled a lot with my weight, and I was told on more than one occasion, you'd be so pretty if you just lost weight, or something along those lines. As an adult, I've been told on more than one occasion, I'd follow you or I'd work with you if you didn't swear, if you took more care with your appearance, if you didn't talk so loud, if... what else has there been? There's been a few. And these things used to really bother me, especially growing up, being told, oh, you'd be pretty if you lost weight, or you'd be pretty if you took more care with your appearance, or if you didn't speak so loud, or if you didn't use such big words, or if you didn't always have your nose in a book, or if you made more effort with your appearance, if you dressed nicer, if you didn't swear so much. And this just has me thinking, how often do we hide parts of ourselves to try to fit in? There was a meme once, and it was a picture of a triangle that was shaving off its edges in an effort to be a circle because everybody else in the image was circular and it wanted to look like the others. And I remember seeing that image and being so moved. In how many areas of my life had I tried to be less? Had I tried to be different than I was in an effort to fit in? And what is the long-term repercussion of this? What message are we showing to our children and to the future generations? And how exhausting is this? Being like, okay, in this place, I'm not allowed to swear. And in this place, I need to speak softly. And in this place, I can't use too big of a words. And in this place, I need to try and hide my accent because, my Aussie twang irritates people, and so on and so forth. And it makes me wonder how I would respond to those things now. Actually, I do know. With the swearing. So last year I rebranded my website. Up until then, I'd been a weight loss mindset coach, and I still do cover that in my work in parts, but now I really work with boundaries and people pleasing. And if you go to my website, it says become boundaried AF. So, it's pretty clear from the header, there's going to be swearing on my site. And the people who was like, oh, I'd like you if, or I'd work with you if you swore less, or you didn't swear. And I remember responding, you wouldn't work with me then, would you? How often do we hide parts of ourselves or diminish parts of ourselves in order to fit in? And then after a period of time, the real us comes out and people are like, oh, you've changed. And it's like, I haven't changed. I've just become even more me. And it's really, worth looking at. The people who love you love all of you. And they might not behave in the same way that you do. They might not be loud or sweary or wear, crazy t-shirts and the mum bun. I think there's something about, we don't have to be the same. There's something about the sameness that is boring. I'm reminded of that game when I was a kid with the lemmings. I haven't seen that in years. Does anyone else play that? You had the lemmings and they were basically all the same. I remember at one part of the game, if you didn't manage your lemmings properly, because they all just followed each other, they'd all just be like walking off a cliff repeatedly, one after the other, after the other. Where did we become that we wanted to be a lemming like everybody else? We like the same things, we're dressed in the same way, we speak the same, we use the same words. I think it's really boring then. One of the most entertaining things about being a parent to a almost 8 and 10-year-old is that life is never boring and it's never plain and it's never lemming-like. I never know what's going to come out of my kids' mouths. And this morning I knew I reached a new level of motherhood when at the school drop-off, my son didn't want me to give him a kiss. He's like, please don't kiss me, Mum. Because everybody else's mums doesn't kiss them anymore. As soon as we got home, he even apologized. I felt so bad. I was like, you don't need to apologize. Like, I understand the pressure of being a child and the pressure to fit in, but I'm redefining that as an adult. You do you. If you like weird and wonderful things, share that, celebrate that. And if people say, well, I'd like you or I'd work with you if you didn't love The Witcher, or if you didn't talk about, period dramas too much, or if you didn't, whatever it is, like, then that's okay. They can go and find somebody else who's going to meet that need for them. I'd like you if, I think it says a lot more about the person and what they don't like about themselves than what they don't like about you. Something to ponder. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, if this has stirred something up for you, comment on the video or send me an email, info@suzannekohlberg.com. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.